In this second video regarding preparing the disco for Greece, I will be taking you through my extremely simple and cheap sleeping setup in the rear of the car. Sadly, social media and the internet might project the image that in order to go out and have fun in nature with your car, you will require the most expensive and the newest gear to do so. And that certainly isn't the case. Many years ago, people did exactly the same thing with a piece of tarp and a tent. So you can definitely do this for cheap. This is by no means the best setup. It is by no means the most convenient or the most comfortable, but it will 100% do the job, and it will also do it nicely. It does come with a compromise of space, but for certain adventures, this is perfect. Let me walk you through this. So what have I done back here? It is an extremely simple setup, and I am going to be giving you the exact dimensions just in case you want to do it in your own discovery. Now, first and foremost, I haven't removed the second row of seats. The second row is in place, and this plank of wood just sits on top of it. Ignore the pink sheets. I will be changing them. They are just temporary. Now, let me walk you through exactly what I have done. So, from the middle and onwards, the plank of wood sits onto the folded second row seats. Back here, we have three pieces that hold the platform in place. These can be folded, the two ones on the sides, to enable me to slide this whole platform into the car much easier. This one is fixed in place. So under here, we have two storage spaces, and on top a sleeping platform. Now, of course, I will be putting a mattress on this. I don't have it right with me right now, but I went and cut a custom mattress to the exact size that I'm going to be giving you in a bit. When I say mattress, I just mean a piece of foam. It only cost 40 euros, and all of these pieces of wood, I think they were 60 euros from Leroy Merlin, and they even cut them for you, so it is very easy to do this. Now let me explain how everything works. Because the Discovery is shorter than you think, there isn't much space to actually sleep as the platform is right now because it is short. However, when I park up, what I will be doing is I am going to be moving the driver's and passenger seats forward, and the backrest right here will be moving as far front as it can. Now, as soon as the whole preparation in the front has been done, I will come back into the rear and fold out this piece, which, as you can imagine, will make the whole setup far longer. It actually covers nearly the whole armrest right here, so there is plenty of space to lie in the car. The platform itself is wide, so two people can easily sleep in here, which makes for an amazing platform. I'm not really sure why people don't like sleeping in the car, because it is the most quiet place to sleep in. It is the safest place to sleep in, and in most cases it provides good insulation. Now, for sure, you do lose a bit of storage space. You actually lose a lot of storage space, which brings me to what kind of adventures this platform is perfect for. Now, when I go to Greece, I am not going to be solely sleeping in the car. I will also sleep in hotels in the mountains and in the villages where it is very cheap to do so. So there is no need to sleep in the car at all times. So if you are heading out on especially European adventure, which won't require fridges and cooking setups and everything, because you won't be in remote tracks for prolonged periods of time, you always have access to food, you always have access to restaurants and to hotels, so you don't really need everything. You don't need the fridge, you don't need the kitchen, you just need a sleeping setup for the time where you are going to find an amazing beach or an amazing mountain view and you would love to stay there. Then this is the perfect setup. So yeah, because I won't be needing the fridge, because I won't be needing the kitchen, I can sacrifice space to have this platform for a single night or even 2 nights of camping in a country like Greece, this is going to be perfect because I can buy whatever I want for a single day, use it, and then buy something else the next day in terms of food and water and that kind of stuff. I don't need to store everything in the car. If you're crossing Australia, for example, through the desert, this won't cut it, as I'm sure you know. If you want to add a bit more space to this sleeping setup, you can remove the second row seats and add some planks of wood to support this thing, and this will provide you with more space from up front right here. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to remove the seats. I just wanted to have a platform that I just can slide in and go camping straight away. I will be keeping this, of course, so whenever I want to go camping in Cyprus, I am just going to be putting it back in the car and heading out. I didn't want to do any permanent modifications to the car. This is just loaded in the vehicle. So if you want something like this, the top plank is 1 meter and 45 centimeters long, plus 30 centimeters of the foldable piece I have showed you earlier. So this piece right here is 30 centimeters long, and the whole plank is 1 meter and 25 centimeters wide. So in total it is 1 meter and 75 with this included, and 1 meter and 25 centimeters wide. Now under here, what I have done, which I can't really remember the exact sizes, I apologize, but these are the exact same height as the second row seats when folded, and their length is nearly as long as the boot space of the Disco. So these go back to the seats, they are at the same height, and they come all the way in front. So this thing is actually very sturdy and it can easily hold 2 people. This is 18 millimeter thick wood. Of course, the Discovery is great to sleep in. You have windows everywhere. It is a very open space. The roof is high, so you can definitely get comfortable in here. The only problem is if you're camping down by the beach in a hot country like Greece, you will definitely be sweating in the car. However, if you're in the mountains at night, it will certainly be fine. So yeah, that's about it. This is an incredibly simple platform. There is nothing fancy about it. It definitely isn't the best thing you can do, but if you are in a similar situation like I am, in a situation where you're heading out on a trip to Europe, for example, you won't be staying, you won't be camping out of the car every single night, and you won't be in remote locations where access to food and water is difficult. This will definitely be great, because if you want to sleep in the car for a single night, you can do so. If you want to take a nap in the middle of the day, you can definitely do so. You can just park up and take a nap. So yeah, that's about it. On the next video, I am going to be walking you through some of the spare parts I will be taking with me and the tools. I'm not going to be taking much, but I will show you the things I am taking with me and how I have stored everything around the vehicle. If you have any questions regarding this platform, leave them in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.